Howdy doody peeps, Kiwi Lisa here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a Cairns vlog for you about things that you can do in 5 days. So I'm filming this on the last night of my holiday. I'm here at the Ridges Hotel, just pulled in from a day out at on the ocean doing a cruise, but I'll come back to that one. So yes, been here for 6 nights. This is my last night. What did we get up to? What did I get up to? Well, I did a lot. My sort of holidays is not one where I come to relax. In this video, I'm just going to tell you about what you could do in 5 days. So it's not a top 5 or a top 10. This is just about things you could do whilst you're in Cairns. So I'll start with the first thing is getting around. You can either hire a car or you can do tours. If you come into Cairns, why don't you hire a car? I've used rentalcars.com twice. I've had no hiccups. And you know, sometimes hiring a car, if you're actually only here for a few days, it ends up costing you a better rate than actually paying for 5 or 6 tours. Because, you know, most tours these days cost between $150 to $200. You know, you can get a car for almost that price. So anyway, so yes, I did did hire a car, booked that through rentalcars.com. The car was a SCO through Alamo, and it's got me around really, really well. So first day we did a road tripped from Port Douglas. Well, I actually stayed in Port Douglas for 2 nights, and I just wanted to let you know the Oaks Resort Hotel, that was just a tropical resort. I didn't hang around the hotel, but that resort was really, really nice. The bed was absolutely fantastico. It was so comfortable. So if you are in Port Douglas, the Oaks Resort in Port Douglas was pretty nice. We had a really cheap breakfast, $17.50 for a buffet breakfast. But we did a road trip to Capetribulation. So I have seen tours priced, and I think they range from about, you know, $150 to $200 for a tour. The tour it comes from Cairns and goes all the way to Capetribulation. So we went from Port Douglas, we stopped in at the Mossmangorge. You have to pay $12.65 for a ticket. The only way to get in is via the bus. So we just did one of the short walks. We did stop in at the creek, had a bit of a swim. Yes, it was a little bit fresh, but you know, when you're going down to those sort of creeks anywhere in Cairns, it does say warnings about not swimming because of rainfall and stuff, so just bear that in mind. It was a lovely refreshing dip. Mossmangorge, yeah, but for $12.65 you want to make the most of it. We only did one little short walk and had a little dip in the water, so I'm not too sure if I would want to go there, because there's probably plenty of other more walks better around. We then went to the Daintree. We crossed the Daintree River, $39 for the ferry, and it was pretty easy. Just rock up, pay your ticket, go over. No waiting time. You don't have to book that. You just go bang on over. We did all the way to the Daintree Discovery Centre. Yes, we did go into there. It cost $35 for the ticket. It was okay. There was a big 25-metre staircase. I think how many stairs? 127 stairs or something that you have to climb. The view from the top, not really great, so don't expect the most awesomest view when you get to the top. But $35. The only dumb thing about that is it's got these fake dinosaur thing. So I don't know, it's a bit of a gimmick. But the Daintree Discovery Centre, $35 per ticket. If you got the time, go in there, pop over, check it out. And then we went to Capetribulation. So all this is doable in a day. Mossmangorge, Daintree Forest, Daintree Discovery Centre, and the Capetribulation. So we did the little wee Corky look. It's not even a kilometre. It's not actually a very fantastic view. So you can go there, you can say that you went to Capetribulation. We did go out onto the beach. nothing to rave about. But road tripping, there is a beautiful road all the way through from the Daintree river to Capetribulation. It is beautiful. The road is just trees covering. It's just like a runway of trees. So the drive itself is really, really gorgeous. So the Kuranda Railway Sky Rail deal. So I actually booked that before I came here. I booked that online because I wanted to get the Diamond Class Sky Rail and the First Class train ticket. So that cost $188 for that little package. Booked that directly because it does sell out. And yeah, First Class rail train carriage. The seating is nicer. You do get fed, you get some little savoury snacks, you get tea, coffee, wines or alcohol, biscuits. You get a nice little mocktail upon arrival at the train station. It's just, yep, the train ride up there is nice, stunning. I might just give you the hot tip. Make sure if you're getting a ticket, get on the right hand side because that's where all the action happens. So when we got up to the top at the Kuranda, there's some options there. You can go and check out the little wee centre, the little wee township there. Lots of like crafty shops and gift shops and stuff like that. But I wanted to head straight on up to the butterfly sanctuary. And I wasn't disappointed. It cost $20 to get into the butterfly sanctuary. It's Australia's largest butterfly aviary. There's over 16,000 butterflies in that little wee aviary, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was 30+ degree heat, but yeah, it was really nice. I do recommend that. It was only $20, so if you're going to Kuranda, go and check out the butterfly sanctuary. So we had booked to come back on the Diamond Class Sky Rail. Yep, that's the one where it's got the glass down the bottom and you can look down. There's 2 stops on the way. We had the Diamond Class ticket booked for $2.15, but they don't really care if you actually don't rock up at that time. You can go at any time. You just have to wait for the diamond carriages to come around because I think they're only every 10. So if there's a queue, you just have to wait. But diamond carriage, glass view down the bottom. You can stop twice on the way down, which we did. The first one is the Barren Lookout, which the train actually stops there. And when you do the Sky Rail and you actually take yourself back down to Smithfield, which is the starting location, if you time it perfectly, get around about the 2 o'clock, because we got to the Sky Rail about 2 o'clock. We got on the Sky Rail and we were there when the train was at Barren Falls. So you can get a perfect shot if you get a Sky Rail around maybe 1:45 to 2 o'clock. Get out at the lookout and wait for the train, because the train will stop there. You'll get a picture with the train in the background. The next stop, I'm not saying it's the best stop. It's not a very good lookout. There's some little wee interactive or some sort of little display about animals and stuff. So if you wanted to stop, you can have a look there. They do walking tours, but that one's not the best looking stop, or it's not the best stop. So yeah, I would definitely say Kuranda Rail Train and the Sky Rail package, it's a must do when you come to Cairns, definitely. So road tripping, another road trip is Waterfalls and Paranella Park. We decided we were going to do a couple of waterfalls and then go to Paranella Park. Our road trip was probably a little bit uneventful because it was torrential rain. We did stop at Babina Boulders. There's a little bit of a hike down there, but it's not a very good view. But it's, as I said, with mossmangorge, there's warning signs about not venturing out into the creek or the stream, and that one is pretty much barricaded. So if you are venturing off the track, you're really doing the wrong thing. There is a lower bit where it's just an open creek where you could probably swim safely, but as you go up the walkway, it's kind of barriered off. So you shouldn't really venture off track. But I know people do. I didn't. We got stuck in the rain, so we weren't hanging around. So because we were going to do a road trip and we're going to stop at another waterfall afterwards, it was torrential rain, so we just went straight to Paranella Park. So we actually got there really early. We rocked up to Paranella Falls. We're hoping that the weather gods would play in our favour, which they did. But we did make a day of it. We did do their day tour. It's a 40-minute walking tour. It tells you the history of Paranella Park with Jose Paranella. Harry came from Spain, had this dream of creating this beautiful castle. It is rated or voted Queensland #1 must do. And wow, Paranella Park, yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. So you pay $50 for the ticket, and it's valid for entry for 2 years. You just have to put your name down, and you can come back as many times as you want in 2 years. It gives you 1 free night camping, I think we were told, and it also gives you access to the night show. So if you're doing Paranella Park, I would suggest that maybe if you wanted to make a day of it, you actually come a little bit later, enjoy the park itself, and then stay for the 7 o'clock show. The grounds itself is just stunning. It's all kind of like, it's like in ruins, but it almost seems quite magical. So it's a photographer's paradise, I might say. Not lots of opportunities for photos. There's a waterfall, which is Mila Falls, I think. So that was really good. I highly recommend. The people there were fantastic. We were greeted by the owner. He is there to greet everyone most days, I've heard or were told. But yeah, I would say you definitely got to do Paranella Park. Everyone was friendly, helpful. They have things thought of that you wouldn't even think of. They got charging stations, free Wi-Fi, umbrellas just in case it's raining. The experience was just, I can't rate that high enough. That was, if I could give that 100, that would be 100. But that was definitely 10 out of 10 for Paranella Park. So I did have kind of like one day off, so I kind of went, what am I going to do? There's a lot of things you can do. I haven't even actually explored Cairns itself, but I do like doing thrilling stuff. I booked in for a tubing tour. I actually only booked that whilst at Paranella Park, and I booked it for the next day. So it was $95. It was from Foaming Fury. I'm going to put all the links below on everything that I'm talking about here. Links below. Foaming Fury. Everything was well organised. They said pickup would be at 7:35. It was pickup at 7:35. We went out to Musgrave River, and what the man in the waiver declaration, they says you got a waiver that crocodiles. Seriously, is there crocodiles? And he said basically on the way there, his name was, what was his name? Carlo. He was a funny character. He was full of humour. So he was a great tour guide. So if the water is slow, murky and warm, then you're going to be possibly spotting a crocodile. If it's cold, flowing and clear, there's going to be no crocodiles. So bear that in mind when you're coming up to far north Queensland. You have to get all geared up. You do 2 lots of rapids, and you're back at your room by lunchtime. So it goes pretty quick. The rapids were not the hugest rapids, grade 2 I think. But yeah, tubing, and then after the tubing we went back to Paranella Falls to do the night show. So we did that on one day. On the way to Paranella Falls for the night show, we stopped in at Josephine Falls. Yeah, I reckon you should go there. There's 3 platforms. They got beautiful views of Josephine Falls. The walk itself is very easy and very manageable. And I would highly recommend doing that one as opposed to the Babina Falls. You can actually go down to the water, but bear in mind, caution when there's raining and flooding, because that can be dangerous and slippery. Even when it's not raining, it can be very slippery. So the far north Queensland, a cruise has got to be at the top of your list, right? The Great Barrier Reef. So there's so many different cruise companies to pick from, far too many. But the one that I chose was the Sunlovercruises. I booked that only 3 days ago, directly online, pretty easy, flowed very, very easily. Confirmation straight away, cost $199. The cruise leaves, you got to check in between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, and it departs at 9:30. There's a parking terminal down there. Parking or pickup is not included in your ticket, but you can park on site for $20. The cruise itself was great. Highly recommend the cruise. They serve you a beautiful lunch. There's so many options to pick when you're there. There's snorkeling, there's a glass bottom boat which is free, there's what else is there? You go downstairs and you can see the fish underwater if you actually don't want to get in the water. There's a slide there. The facility is good. There's different levels. There's a pontoon out there. But the whole day was just great. You are not rushed for time at all, but some of the activities they are timed, so you have to go at certain times. I just wanted to snorkel, and a highlight of the day was, yes, I did get to spot a turtle. A couple of other spots I'll give you hot tips. Tala Beach Resort or Reserve, go there. Tons and tons and tons of palm trees. If you want a palm tree photo, go there. Palm Cove, go there if you want to get a photo with the palm trees. But Palm Cove, we went there, stopped in there just to check it out. It's just like a little wee one resort street. It's right across the road is the beach. It's a nice beach, beautiful beach. So pop there if you want to go there, check it out, grab some lunch, grab a dinner or whatever. But Palm Cove. So all in all, Cairns, yeah, Cairns is a great place to come. The weather's been pretty hot. Obviously it's tropical. So those are the things that I've done in the last 5 days. I don't really come here to relax. I don't relax around the resorts. But yeah, I'll put all the links below. Comment below if you want to know anything. Give me a thumbs up and a like. And hit subscribe for more videos to come. So I'll spot you in the next video, peeps. Booyah!